let's say that x is equal to 5. If we assume that x is equal to 5, what would be the value of 3 times x? 3 times x plus 1. 3 times x plus 1. And I'll give you a second to think about that. Well, to evaluate this when x is equal to 5, everywhere you see an x, you just need to substitute that with a 5. So 3 times x plus 1 is going to be the same thing as 3 times 5. I'll write it this way, 3 times 5. Notice where I saw an x before, I've replaced it with a 5. 3 times 5 plus 1. Well, 3 times 5 is going to be equal to 15. And then I have the plus 1 right over here. So 15 plus 1 is equal to 16. So this expression, 3x plus 1, when x is equal to 5, evaluates to 16. Now, what if we had a different value for x? What would this expression evaluate to if x were equal to -2? So once again, what is the value of 3 times x? 3 times x plus 1. 3 times x plus 1 when x is equal to -2. And once again, I'll give you a little bit of time to think about what this expression is given this value of x. Once again, we just substitute. Where we see an x, we replace it with a -2. So 3x plus 1 is going to be the same thing as 3. Instead of an x, we put a -2 in there. 3 times -2. 3 times -2 plus 1. Let me do that same purple color. 3 times -2 plus 1 is going to be equal to 3 times -2 is -6. So this part right over here is -6. And then we have plus 1. -6 plus 1 is equal to -5. So when x is equal to -2, 3x plus 1 is equal to -5. Let's do another one. Let's say, and just to show you that the variable doesn't always have to be x. It really can just be any symbol, just so that you can keep track of it. What would be the value of the expression a squared minus a when a is equal to 6? Once again, I'll give you a little bit of time to think about with this. When a is equal to 6, what is a squared minus a? Well, everywhere you see an a, you just replace it with a 6. So this is going to be the same. So I'm going to put the 6 in yellow. So this is going to be the same thing as 6 squared minus 6. Everywhere where I saw an a, I've replaced it with a 6. So what is 6 squared? 6 squared is 36. So this part right over here evaluates to 36. And then I have the minus, and then from that I'm going to subtract 6. So 36 minus 6, well, that just evaluates out to 30. So when a is equal to 6, a squared minus a is equal to 30.